Hello and welcome. Your very host, Diddy Faith. And today we are going to be diving into a very fascinating, wonderful, and also a controversial topic pageantry. Love it or hate it, we know that pageantry has become one part of entertainment and the culture all around the world. I'm not going to be doing this alone. That is why I have wonderful personalities today who are going to be telling us what they think about pageantry. So I'm going to start from you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning. My name is Cyril Ikpan. I reside here in Calabar.
Okay, you were welcome on the show, sir. Okay, so moving forward, Ma, welcome to the show, Ma.
Good morning. My name is Mrs. Flora Ampang.
Okay, welcome to the show, Mrs. Flora Bang. And last but not the least, good morning to you, sir. Okay.
I am Engineer Pastor Donatus Owen.
All right, welcome on the show. So today, like I said earlier, we are going to be digging deep into the world of pageantry. So moving forward, I'm going to start with the parent. I'm going to start with you, Mr. Cyril. Okay, sir. What is it about pageant that you really, really dislike? What is your view and your opinion about pageant?
Thank you very much. My view and my opinion about voting is that it is not bad.
Okay.
There's nothing that is very, very bad. The thing is that the way you perceive it
Okay.
makes it bad. And the way you also take it, or the way you view it, makes it bad. Then number two, what makes it bad is that a lot of negative, type behaviors comes up with pageant, something of that nature.
Okay. All right. So I'll come back to you, sir. Let's move to Mrs. Mbang. Now, when you hear the word pageant, just like I asked him, what is the first thing that crosses your mind when you hear the word pageant?
Well, the word pageant, well, the first thing that comes to it's a contest.
Yeah, sure.
The first thing that comes to my mind, you see young girls who come out for the contest.
Yeah.
But just like he said, that it's the perception about it that makes it good or bad. And then two, the motive behind it,
Okay.
the intention of the contestants. What are they going to the pageant for? Are they going there, to showcase their beauty?
Okay.
Are they going there, to express themselves, to explore the world?
Okay.
Are they going in there, just for the financial reward
Reward. Okay, attached to it.
attached to it?
Okay.
Those are the motives that goes with it, and that comes to their mind.
Yeah.
And also as a mother too.
Okay, yeah, speaking as a mother.
As a mother, my child going into a pageant.
Okay.
First, what is her aim
Motives.
of going into it? Are you going into it so that you could improve yourself, so that you could meet with people, so that you could explore the world, not on the negative side, but positively? Because sometimes, these pageants, as they come in, there are people who have, if you come in, you must have a pet project. What do you want to do? Do you want to touch lives?
Or for personal reasons?
Or are you going in just to get the prize?
Year to reach.
And then, flaunt it around that I am the queen of this or that,
and all of that.
But if you are going in, want to improve yourself, to meet people, to explore the world, to improve yourself, to add value to the society, and also to touch lives,
Okay.
then I would not say no.
Engineer Pastor Donatus Owen, do you think that pageant is actually added value to the faith, or children that goes into pageant, do they tend to derail from the faith?
When you approach it from the scriptural point of view and compare to the attributes, the behavior that is applied to the pageantry, we see deviations. Okay, so that is the area that we do not completely accept to the
Okay,
faith.
right now you're actually separating pageantry from the church and the world.
Yeah.
So you would bluntly tell us that pageantry is a thing of the world.
Not completely.
Not completely.
Not completely.
Do you think they have more good motive to pageant than the bad motive behind it?
The motive of the organizers and the contestants in particular, you know, tells the good and the bad. But for me, I think it has more of good advantages if the motives are pure,
Okay.
if the motives are going to serve humanity or add value. Are you trying to tell them how beautiful you look? Or do you want to impact the society? Do you have something? You know, because there are some beauty pageants when they win and they have a pet project. There are some, yes, there are some who want to work with the underprivileged. There are some who give scholarships, you know, to the vulnerable. There are some who even go into health, you know, to help people who cannot access good health care and so on. There are some. So if you have those intentions behind the motive, then the advantages are more. But where you don't have those intentions, the intentions is probably to showcase the beauty and get the money and then just walk away and flaunt it everything, then it has it's a disadvantage point, and it has no good value, no added value to it.
She has said so much. I think the intention, the motive, and then the value added, yes. You allow your child to go into this beauty pageant, what will happen is that it will expose her. It will make her, if she was somebody who was shy, he will be able to mix freely. He will, yes, to express herself or himself. He will get used to teamwork. You work with a team and then you interact with people. There are so many advantages. He will expose. Because if you, by the grace of God, you win, you can win other things. Scholarships, yes, and so on. So those are the things. The value, much value will be added to yourself, yes.
So back to you, Engineer Pastor Donatus Owen. That's it. Okay, what role do you think that Christian faith can play in the world of pageantry to actually take out these vices from it, those vices that would not make you want your child to go into pageant? What role do you think they can play? Here we hear of sexual harassment, we hear of children going beyond what they could do.
We all know that it is almost impossible to compel one to display characters or do what they intentionally won't want
to do. Yeah, that's true.
So we as Christian parents, because when we talk about the church begins from our own families.
Yeah.
Yes, our dad, our mom, and they are the strongest pastor. So my pastor can preach to me, and my dad preach otherwise. I will refute that of the pastor and take that of my dad.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
So it's adversary rules guided by the scripture. As our mommy talk about the motive behind, if we go by what we are seeing today,
it's crazy.
I won't advise any of my daughter to engage.
To go into pageant.
Yes, because we look at them as models.
There are models.
Automatic.
We don't look at them.
So, what model? Going by what we see now, what model are they? What are they modeling? Are they modeling us positively or negatively? So the church will continue. Christians' home will continue speaking the word
and trying to see
if they can be transformed. That when they go there, they become a replica of the advice we give to them.
Yeah. Okay, all right, that answered. You've already answered. Mommy, you have what to say? Yeah, sure, you can.
Made reference to the book of Esther.
Okay.
And that was the only place where we saw a beauty pageant that took place in the Bible. But the character Esther exhibited, Esther wasn't the only contestant, but he exhibited a beautiful character that made her outstanding. The character of humility, character of submission, godly attributes. You know, she was beautiful though, but the inner beauty was more than the outside beauty. So I will say, as in the church and as Christian parents, we should, you know, try to model our children the way of Esther in the Bible, so that when they go into these pageants, they also exhibit those same traits that we've seen in Esther, not the traits you are seeing in the world. So I will say, as Christian parents, we should also try to advise our children, help them to build on those same traits, so that even if they are going into modeling, they are going into, there will always be a boundary. You draw a line. There's a place where, you know, I go from my background, I can't do this. You know, can't dress in a certain way. You can't be nude. You know, you can't expose yourself and all that. You have certain parts of your body. So I think, you know, from the church and the Christian perspective, we should mold our children, our female children, in that way, so that the pageant of today will have a change. You know, you won't just continue to say because of the way it has been, and then it is not done at all. There are more benefits. There are lots of benefits in pageantry.
What the pastor and the lady parent have said are very correct.
Okay.
I want to add that the church should not throw the bathwater with the child. I think the church should come in and modify it. You see, even in our traditional society, if you go to some places, even in this Cross River, you see young girls dancing barebodied. Civilization and the church has come in. They cover some part of their body and they still dance very well. So if the church should come and say, no, if you want to participate, don't go this far. Just as Madam said, it is good. That will continue to bring out the goodness that these children have in them.
My question to Mommy, sincerely, based on what you're saying, or would you let your child get engaged in pageant? Okay, think about it critically. Calm down. Yeah, it's a hard question. I got her on that question.
Okay, can I answer?
Okay, while you're thinking here.
Yeah. That one doesn't need so much.
Yeah.
Because if the child comes now.
That's why I said in the future. Let me think about it. Yeah, it's a sharp one. That
I can answer.
Okay.
you go.
I would, one, because I know my child. I know how I brought her up. One, so I will allow her. Two, I want to know what the pageantry is about. Why are you going into it, and what do you intend to achieve? You know, those are the questions I'll put forward to her, and she satisfies me with her answers. Then I'll allow her to go.
That's a very short and simple and a smart one. Thank you so much, Mommy. All right, moving to you, Daddy. Would you?
Okay. The short answer is yes, I will.
Okay.
But the child must be an adult, somebody who could discern that it should be above the age of 18, and then he should be able to think straight. That is just it.
Sometimes you get to find out that there is a particular person that you know the person has gotten the crown already, but at the end of the day, they get to announce the winner and it's not the person. And you're asking why, how? At least we saw the performance. It wasn't about just the beauty. The person had brains, but doesn't get the crown. And we keep asking ourselves, what is going on? If you were an organizer, if you were a judge in a pageant, what are those things you would look out for?
Three things I'll look out for. Eloquence. Okay, eloquence, being able to express yourself convincingly. Two, intelligent.
Okay, eloquent, intelligent.
Three, the third one is, what do you intend to do if you become the queen? What is your project?
Okay, looking to that.
Yes, those are the three things I will look out to be able to pick the best.
It's really a wow for me. She didn't talk about beauty. And before you become a pageant queen, before you're even looked at, a queen is someone that's physically Beautiful. That is the first before we talk about intelligence. But I like the fact that you brought eloquence, intellect, and also what you have to offer. But let's not forget that beauty too. But beauty should not just be everything you bring. I'm going to ask you, Pastor Donatus, 3 things you would look out for if you were to be a judge or an organizer of a pageant.
As a judge, originally from the definitions of pageantry, it's a contest of beauty.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Beautiful.
Settled.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Because if you are not beautiful,
You can't
automatically you are not even supposed to be
You're
there.
not qualified. Yeah.
There is a popular saying that they say the way you dress
Yeah.
speaks volume.
Interesting.
Automatically, by looking at the way you appear, by the apparel you adorn yourself with, I can fathom out your inner, because it's an art. Your physical dress is an art.
Okay.
It's telling me what is your intent, what is inside of your heart.
Okay.
Once I look at you, so it should be a one that is peaceful.
Okay.
Yeah? So the peacefulness that is genuine, that is inside of you, will appear in your adornment. All the attributes to use and judge you will come out from your physical dressing.
Okay.
Gentleness, if you are gentle from your addressing, I will see it, that you are gentle.
Wow. There's a dressing code.
Okay.
I just got to know that today.
Yes, as mommy has said, the person, you must be smart.
Your smartness.
Because you are a model.
Yeah.
Be able to stand before the group of persons and express yourself politely. And also intellectually, you must be up and doing to be able to lead as a light or a sample to others. You'll be able to challenge others. So I'll look out for those.
What are the attributes, 3 things that you look out for?
Well, I think they have said all, but just as they say,
Okay.
beauty is the first thing.
Yeah.
But one thing I don't really understand, because beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Wow. Yes, I know someone will say that.
I can see some person to be beautiful. If we are all judges, I can see someone, yeah. This one can say, is this, is this. Just as the pastor knows, everything God made was good.
Yeah.
You see.
Perfect. The word perfect.
But yes, in our own eyes, we will look at the beauty.
Okay.
And then secondly, intelligence.
Okay.
All those emotional and physical, ability to speak,
Yeah.
ability to interact,
Yeah.
to think at a very short space.
Yes, short space of time.
Thank you. So those are the things.
Okay, now with all of this attribute, mentioned intelligence, beauty, and all of them, if you want to look presently into the pageant of today, do you think that people take more cognizance to beauty than all of these attributes we've mentioned?
In the actual sense, when we talk about beauty, there are beauties that comes from the inside outward.
Okay.
Leadership quality.
Very good quality. Beautiful.
Leadership quality.
It's very good quality, yeah.
Because you are going to
Lead.
supervise or oversee a certain group of individuals and organizations. Leadership quality, which entails peace and conflict resolution, ability to resolve conflict among your groups. I made mention of dressing. I say it's an art. It speaks. It tells us what is in the inside. So physical beauty must showcase the inner beauty. We can see through it. Physically, we can see through you into the inside. If you are just beautiful outwardly.
Okay.
So you see that even in those contexts, in some of the competitions, you see a particular one that comes out very extremely beautiful, but she do not emerge. Excellently beautiful. And one that emerges is not as compared physically beautiful as though she is. But there is a content that is projected outside here. So the judges can see from the outside into the inside and say, yes, actually, this one is beautiful.
I think I'm in support of leadership qualities. You should have that quality, of leadership to be able to carry people along, depending on whatever the queen has to do. And also, like he said, even in conflict resolution too, should be able to, resolve conflicts where there are, when you work with people and all that.
Well, I agree with the leadership qualities.
Quality, very good quality.
Yes, because you are leading people. And then you must also be able to contain people too.
Okay.
Because as you work in a team, people will annoy you. Whether you like it or not, the ability to absorb that annoyance and go on, focus on what the mission and the vision of the team. So those are the added quality. Leadership is good.
So we are going to be wrapping this up, but before I let you go, final question: what is the way forward? What do you think that could be done or should be done to improve pageant in Nigeria? Since Nigeria is a space, though, in Nigeria, Calabar. Let's come break it down to Calabar and the world at large. What do you think is a way forward? Let me start with you, Daddy.
Well, the way forward is to continue.
Okay, continue.
But we have to add our cultural content.
Yeah, your culture, very important.
Yes.
So the way forward, just like he said, we should continue. And then we should uphold moral values.
Very important, uphold moral values.
And take away those negative vices that puts people off from pageantry. Sexual abuse, pay money, extorting, you must be a man, you must know somebody to get in and all that. It should be done strictly on merit. There will be a lot of improvement on it, and you see more young girls who want to participate, in pageantry.
There's this music that a lady sang. I say, a bended tree cannot be straightened.
Okay.
You can't straighten it. You can only modify. One question you asked me, I say, the role of the church. I said, advisory role. With prayer, scriptural backup, God willing. So once we are able to model and mold a moral, a well-behaved pageant or a queen, all right, while she is there, she will showcase others and then try to turn the circle around. Try to turn the circle around. Peradventure, the next one coming follows suit. Automatically, that is how we are trying to shift the boundary to the other way.
Yeah, but we've got to go. So I want to say thank you to those wonderful personalities, the panel we had today. They've been able to air out, tell us what we don't know. I just learned a whole lot today here. And I must tell you that pageant is a beautiful thing. We've heard it from them. It's beautiful. It's something that showcases, keeps you out there, helps you in so many ways. In as much as it has its negative, it also has its positive. They've said that it has more advantage than disadvantage if you critically want to look into it. We can eliminate pageantry. We cannot do that. We can only modify and work on it. It has to do with you, it has to do with me, it has to do with everyone, the organizers, the queens, and everyone. We have to come together to make this possible. So to the young one out there who you aspire to be a pageant queen one day, pageant king one day, to get into this space to showcase that your talent, don't be discouraged, because the world of pageantry is still here. Is still here. It's just for you to know your motive and what you want to achieve from this pageant. And once again, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. And thank you to my wonderful panels. Yeah. And here, till I come your way again, I shall remain your humble host, Dede Faye, and I'm signing out for now.